Hello, my friend. You found yourself here for a reason, haven't you? Perhaps it's curiosity or an inner pull you can't quite explain, but let me assure you, it's no coincidence. What if I told you that within these next few moments, your perception of reality could begin to shift? Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. Let's start with this simple truth: the world around you is a mirror, reflecting your inner assumptions and beliefs. Your life is shaped not by random circumstances but by the thoughts and feelings you entertain. Everything you see, touch, and experience began first in the mind. Now, imagine the power you hold if you can consciously direct those thoughts. By the time we finish, you will understand how to use this power to shift your life completely. Let's begin by exploring one of the most overlooked principles: your present state is not permanent. You may feel stuck, bound by circumstances or limitations, but that is only because you've accepted those limitations as real. The truth is, your reality is fluid. It molds itself to your dominant inner state. If you can change that state, you can change everything. Here's how: focus on the version of yourself you wish to become. Close your eyes, even just for a moment, and picture yourself living the life you desire. How does it feel? How do you carry yourself in this new reality? What does your day look like? The more vivid and real this picture becomes in your mind, the closer you are to making it a tangible experience. Now, you might wonder, but how does imagining something make it real? Let me explain. When you immerse yourself in a mental scene, feeling as though it is already true, you are planting a seed in the subconscious mind. The subconscious does not differentiate between what is real and what is imagined. It takes everything you feel deeply as truth and works tirelessly to bring it to fruition. The key here is feeling. It's not enough to merely see the image, you must feel the reality of it. Feeling is the creative force. When you imagine yourself as healthy, wealthy, or in love, it's the emotional experience of that state that impresses your subconscious. This is where most people falter: they visualize without engaging their emotions. Without feeling, the image remains hollow, and the shift cannot occur. Another important aspect to consider is persistence. Many people try this for a day or two, then give up, claiming it doesn't work. But let me ask you, how long have you lived in your current state? How many years have you accepted limitations and fears as your truth? Shifting your reality requires a commitment to your new state. Each time doubt creeps in, return to your vision. Reclaim the feeling of your desired state. Let's go deeper. Have you ever noticed how certain moments in your life seem to repeat themselves? Perhaps you keep meeting the same type of people or facing the same challenges. This happens because your subconscious is replaying the script you've written through your habitual thoughts and beliefs. To shift your life, you must rewrite the script. Start telling yourself a new story, a story where you are empowered, successful, and fulfilled. It's vital to become aware of the inner conversations you have daily. Are you constantly complaining, worrying, or doubting? If so, you're feeding your subconscious with the energy of lack and limitation. Instead, replace those thoughts with affirmations of what you want to be true. Speak to yourself kindly, affirming that you are already living in the state you desire. Say things like, "I am abundant, I am loved," or "everything works out in my favor." The outer world will always reflect the inner. You cannot wait for circumstances to change before you shift your inner state. The change must begin within. You don't need to see evidence right away. Trust that the moment you align your thoughts and feelings with your desired reality, the universe begins to move. One of the most transformative tools you can use is gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance. Even if your current circumstances feel far from ideal, there is always something to be grateful for. Start small, perhaps it's the air you breathe, the food on your table, or the support of a loved one. As you focus on these blessings, you create an energy of abundance that attracts more to be grateful for. Another crucial element is faith. Faith is not blind optimism, it's the certainty that what you desire is already yours. Faith bridges the gap between your current state and your desired state. When you act as though your desire is already fulfilled, you align yourself with the vibration of that reality. This alignment is what allows the shift to occur. Let's simplify this. To shift your reality, you must see yourself as the person you wish to be, feel the emotions of that state, persist in that vision, and trust in its fulfillment. It sounds simple, and it is, but simplicity does not mean it's easy. It requires dedication, patience, and a willingness to let go of old patterns. Now, I want to address something that often holds people back: fear. Fear of failure, fear of disappointment, fear of change. These fears are nothing more than shadows of the mind. They have no power except the power you give them. When fear arises, remind yourself that it is a sign you're stepping out of your comfort zone, and growth always happens outside the comfort zone. You have the power to choose your thoughts and feelings. Each thought you hold consistently impresses upon your subconscious mind, and this subconscious mind, in turn, shapes your external world. It is this process that governs the way your life unfolds. Understanding this concept isn't just about knowing it intellectually, it's about applying it consciously in every moment. You can literally shift your life by shifting your thoughts and emotions. But how do you ensure that your thoughts work in your favor, and not against you? It all begins with awareness. The more you observe your own thoughts, the more you will notice how frequently you operate on autopilot, living according to conditioned responses. You see, we've been conditioned to think a certain way based on our experiences, our upbringing, and the environment we've been exposed to. But none of these conditioning factors are fixed. They can be altered by choosing a new way of thinking and feeling. You might have heard of the term neural pathways. These are the connections in your brain that get stronger the more you think or do something. Essentially, the more you entertain a certain thought pattern, the more automatic it becomes. If you're used to thinking negatively or focusing on what you lack, your brain becomes wired to think in this way. But with conscious effort, you can rewire these pathways. You can begin to think thoughts that empower you, that remind you of your potential, and that fuel the reality you desire to create. The process of shifting begins and you realize that you are in control of your inner world. The outer world will always be a reflection of what you believe to be true inside. Each time doubt creeps in, return to your vision. Reclaim the feeling of your desired state. This may not always happen overnight, but the key is consistency. You must persist in this shift. When doubts arise, when challenges present themselves, remain focused on the new reality you are creating. By now, you might feel a spark within you, a recognition of your own power. That spark is the beginning of your shift. Nurture it. Protect it from doubt and negativity. Feed it with the vision of your ideal self. And you are never alone in this process. The same creative force that shaped the stars and the oceans dwells within you. You are not limited by your past, your circumstances, or the opinions of others. You have infinite potential, waiting to be realized. All you need to do is decide who you want to be and claim it as your truth. As we near the middle of this message, I ask you to pause and reflect. Can you feel the shift beginning? Can you sense the possibilities opening before you? If so, hold on to that feeling. Carry it with you, not just for today but every day. Your life is waiting to reflect the masterpiece you create within. So, start creating boldly, unapologetically, and with the full conviction that you are the author of your story. The shift begins now.